Hey guys, remember a story from yesterday? A penguin story, and we talked about the different elements of a book. So let's go ahead and revisit those, and then we'll talk about some other things. So this is the front of the book, which also known as the cover. This right here is the title or the name of the story. It's called A Penguin Story. The author is who wrote the book, and her name is Antoinette Portis. Remember, this right here is known as the spine of a book. And then right here is the back of the book. Okay, so we'll talk about some stuff and then we'll read it again. So this is our story map that we're going to start with. If you guys can see that. Okay, so for our story map, we are going to, all right, so here's our story map. So this is just helps us understand a story better. And so we are going to look at the title, and we said the title was what? Do you guys remember? The title is called A Penguin Story. And then we're going to look at next, which we've talked about. All these cards, let me see. The author. And we said the author was Antoinette Portis. So here's our story map telling us the name of the story, and then who wrote the story. The title, the author. All right, let's turn this around. Now we're going to talk about elements of the story, which are the characters in the story, and then the story setting. So I'm going to show you guys cards, and then we're going to decide if it should go under character or under setting. So white ice, do we think that's like a character, which is like a person or an animal, or do we think that's a place? What do we think? See if I can get in here a little bit. Okay, where do we think that is? Yep, I hope you said setting, because white ice is a place, right? How about Edna? Do we think that's a character, like a person or an animal? Or is that a setting, which is a place? Which one? Yep, she's the main character, isn't she? Okay. So then we also talked about where they went fishing to find food. Let's see if I can bend down here. So did we think that that was a character or a setting? I know it has animals in it, but it's called the Blue Sea. Yep, that's a setting too. So for settings so far, we have white ice, blue sea, and then Antarctica. So it's got mountains, icebergs, water. Do we think that's a setting, which is a place where you go? Or is that a character, which is people or animals? Yeah, another setting, huh? There's a lot of settings in this story. And then we have penguins. So all the other penguins besides Edna, because we already have Edna up here. So would that be a character or setting? Those are characters, right? We talked about them, and they're going to the different settings, which are different places in the story. And then the last one is the Black Knight. So that is another place that they went, which is a setting. So the characters again are either people or animals that are in the book that we read about, and then the setting are the different places that they visited during the story, right? All right, good job, guys. All right, so now we are going to read the story again, and then we're going to use our story map to sequence different items to tell us which one goes first, second. So this is a really good skill to learn how to do, is like even when you're telling a story. So before we start, I'm going to read the different sequences. So we are going to put it in order. So these are the things that we're looking at. Edna wonders what color she will see next. So we'll put that on our storyboard. Edna wants to find a different color. The scientists leave the penguins with a glove. Edna goes on a quest. All of the penguins visit the scientists. And Edna falls and finds the color orange. So that is all of our sequence pictures that we're going to read the story again, and then we're going to figure out where they go. So again, get out your book and you can follow along with your finger and use the and read it with me, or you guys can pause it. So we are going to go through this together. Okay. And I'm going to try to scoot this back so we can see the book, we can see the story map. Okay, so A Penguin Story. White, thinks Edna, like yesterday. Black, like tomorrow. Blue, blue, blue forever. There is white ice for sliding, says Edna. There is black night for seeing stars. There is blue sea for hunting fish, but there must be something else. So now this is when she talked about seeing white and blue and black, but she wants to know if there's another color. So let's see if there's a card that looks like, so we have Edna wants to find a different color, or Edna wonders what color she will see next. Which one do we think it is? Yeah, it's Edna wants to find a color, find a different color, right? Because we haven't seen any colors besides those three. All right. Good job, guys. Edna calls a little penguin. Come play with us. I can't, she says. I'm busy. Doing what? Asked the twins. Looking for something that's not white, not black, and not blue. When you get tired of looking, come play, says the little penguin. Edna calls a large penguin. Come fish with me. I can't, she says. I'm busy. Doing what? Looking for something. You mean something to eat? He asks. Like lunch? No, says Edna. Something else. When you get tired of looking, come fish, he says. I'll never get tired of looking, thinks Edna. The next day, she sets off to find something else. The large penguin packs lunch, and she looks and looks. All right, we're going to stop there and see. So, would this be that Edna goes on a quest? Because it said she went to go find something else, so she packed lunch and looked, right? Because she hasn't found she hasn't wondered about a different color, and she didn't find anything, and they haven't met any scientists yet. So the next thing would be Edna goes on a quest. So the first thing is Edna wants to find a different color, and then she goes on a quest to look for it, huh? Okay. Anne looks. Oof. Wow. I knew it. The world isn't only white, black, and blue. Okay, so let's check and see. So this one says Edna falls and finds the color orange. This would be when she found it, right? She fell on the last page and then she found the color orange. So let's put that one right. This is kind of a small, so it's hard to see. There we go. All right. Maybe I can put it up here. Sorry, guys. Okay. There we go. All right. So we have Edna wants to find a different color. Edna goes on a quest. Edna falls and finds the color orange. Edna runs home as fast as she can. I found this something else I was looking for. Come see. Everyone rushes off without eating lunch or dinner. Look, says Edna. So Edna wonders what color she will find next. The scientists leave the penguins with a glove, or all the scientists visit the all the penguins visit the scientists. So we haven't came across the next one, right? Wow, says the penguins. This really is something else. Oh, now what does this look like? This looks like one of our cards, one of our story maps, huh? One of our pieces. So on this, all the penguins are coming over here and hanging out with the scientists. So it says Edna wonders what color she will find next. The scientists leave the penguins with a glove, or all the penguins visit the scientist. Yep, I hope you said that when it's all the penguins visit the scientists. So we will put that next. All right. When the scientists pack up the camp, Edna pitches in. It's the least she can do. The large penguin looks for lunch. The plane is ready to go. Thanks for something else, thinks Edna. And for the penguins, the way home seems short. All right. So we're starting to see one of the picture cards, huh? Let's read the next page. I think it helps us a little bit more. Wow, now we've got something that's not white, says Edna. Not black, says the twins. Not blue, says the little penguin. And definitely not lunch, says the large penguin. All right, so Edna wonders what color she'll see next. Or the scientists leave the penguins with a glove. This one, right? That's right. Because that glove they're using for hug, to play tug of war with, to be in the, to use as a float, and then trying to eat it. That's silly. The next day, Edna wonders, what else could there be? All right, the end. So the last page, when she wondered, Edna wonders what color she will find next. So that is the last one. So in short, this is the sequence of the story and how it goes. So let's review it. So Edna wants to find a different color. Edna goes on a quest. Edna falls and finds the color orange. And all the penguins visit the scientists. And the scientist leaves the penguins with a glove. Edna wonders, what color will she find next? All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that.